Hey movers, today we're gonna tackle the beast that is the headache. There are so many different types of headaches, and so for the purpose of this video, I won't be going over the differentiation between a tension or a cluster headache or a migraine. But what I would love to do is just discuss some things that help with all of these headaches across the board. Now, number one, as a disclaimer, I want you to know that if you're having headaches that are progressive and getting worse, or that you're not able to do anything else around, you really do need to get checked out neurologically and make sure everything is okay. Headaches in my practice start in childhood and can last the entire lifespan. And as I mentioned before, there are many different types of headaches, but there are certain things that we can do that tend to help with all headaches. A lot of this you will have heard before many times in your life, but they are a reminder of how to manage your headaches and also to stay healthy in general. Number one is having adequate water consumption, so making sure that you're hydrated. And generally, if you start to feel that you're thirsty, you've gone past the point where the water could have really helped a headache, so you need to be on top of it earlier. So making sure that during the day you're having water. Speaking of water, I prefer that people are drinking water most of the time than having any drink that has sugar in it. Sugar is one of the worst offenders when it comes to headaches, and often this ingredient is hidden from us in the foods we eat. So one of the ways that you can start to get around hidden sugar in your food is to actually make your food from scratch. And I know this isn't always possible, but it will certainly let you know the amount of sugar that's in your food if you're actually the one putting it into the ingredients. The second thing with sugar is starting to learn to read those labels. Anything that has, I would say, over 9 grams of sugar in it per serving is too much sugar. If you are someone who has headaches, then this food is not right for you. So limiting sugar in your diet is gonna help with your headaches, and it's also gonna help with your health and wellness in general because sugar is inflammatory. Sleep is something I think is the most important when it comes to managing headaches because a lack of sleep tends to generate headaches, and also sleep is the medicine for headaches. In fact, it can be the most important medicine. So when you feel you're coming into a headache, or you're in a state where you're into a full migraine or a headache that's really taking you out of your day, if you can possibly turn the lights off in the space that you're in, take 5, 10, 30 minutes and close your eyes. Even if you're not sleeping, this rest, this ability to shut the brain off, to decrease the stimulation, which includes light and technology and even reading, is gonna do wonders for your headache. And I really believe that sleep and brain rest are two of the most important things in managing headaches, both acutely when you're having a headache and preventatively by making sure that you're getting about 7 to 8 hours a night. What I see in my practice is the number one generator of headache is actually tight neck muscles, upper traps, and even into the scalp. So if you can take care of this area, I have a couple of videos on neck release and ball rolling that can help you do this management of these muscles on your own, or getting massage or physiotherapy or chiropractic to release tension in these muscles is again gonna work preventatively and acutely if you are suffering from a headache. If you are experiencing a headache and you can't get to an appointment, or you don't have a ball that's nearby, if you take your fingers and give yourself, with the pads of your fingers, a pretty firm massage in your scalp, this can reduce a headache from anywhere from 20 to 100%. So there are a lot of little nerve endings in the scalp, and this massage with the pads of your fingertips creates an effect that stimulates the brain to release pain signals in this area. So it can be very helpful. And caffeine and headaches is a big topic because on one side, if you have a blood restrictive headache, which means that there's constriction of the blood vessels getting to the scalp, then caffeine can sometimes alleviate that pain. That's a little bit more rare, and it will help in those type of migraines or headaches where the blood vessels are constricting. But I would say most of the time caffeine can be aggravating to headaches. So you have to be very careful when deciding if this is going to be your medicine or if this is going to be making your headaches worse in the long run. We do know that when you start to take out caffeine from the diet, whether it's coffee or tea or, whatever you're drinking that's caffeinated, it tends to cause a withdrawal headache for a few days. This is normal and actually is a sign that those elements, that caffeine is probably causing your headaches if you're getting one when it's not coming in. So I really do think if you're a chronic sufferer of headaches or migraines, that you should consider taking caffeine out of your diet. Pain relief and headache is a whole other topic that we could get into at length. And I think it's important to honor your pain. So if you're in a situation where you need to function and you have a debilitating headache, then if you're able to take something that doesn't have psychogenic effects like Advil or Tylenol, and it will just take that edge off, often it won't get rid of the headache, but it makes your day manageable and you're not suffering, then I think that's a fair decision to make, is to manage the pain with your headache. It becomes a problem if this is something you're taking on a daily basis, because when you're taking painkillers on a daily basis, it actually reduces your own body's ability to manage pain. And we do have chemicals in our body that help with pain management. I would say Tylenol, Advil, and harder drugs are really for use on an as needed basis and should be minimized so that your own body's ability to manage your headache and pain is able to be the primary system working in headache management. I also believe that CBD and acupuncture, massage therapy, and treatment can be very effective in pain management, especially acutely. If you have someone start to work on these muscles, if you have someone to even work on your hand, if you get some needles in your neck, in your face, in your scalp, it can actually help quite a bit. So there's a lot of different options for pain management of headaches. And I would say acutely, when you need to take care of yourself, when something needs to be managed immediately, then go for the things that are quick and help. But over the long run, you want to think of something sustainable for your body to be able to manage your headaches naturally. So headaches are debilitating for a lot of people and even children. They're caused by a lot of things we're doing in our life and then things that are not in our control, like hormone production or certain things we're consuming environmentally that are not in our control. I do believe, though, through muscle release, through enabling some really good practices and habits like reducing sugar, eliminating caffeine, and rolling out and stretching your muscles, that headaches can be managed quite effectively and naturally. So let's get rolling. Let's take care of these headaches and look forward to a more pain-free life.